Okay, wow. I'm absolutely in a wow. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has officially been announced. And honestly, this is fantastic! Like, I cannot hold in my excitement anymore. I wasn't sure if I was going to be making this video, but here we are. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a true masterpiece, and now that Nintendo is remaking it from the ground up, that is going to carry over some excitement and allow new players to try out this game. It honestly is fantastic. If you don't remember, the game originally looked like this. Something that was about a little bit of a blocky situation. Then we had a nice fresh coat of paint with the 3DS version. And now we're at the Nintendo Switch 2 version. And honestly, it looks absolutely insane. Let's get straight into it. I am so excited. This came out of complete nowhere, I would say, if I didn't read the leaks and rumors and information that we know so far. But honestly, if you really dive deep into it, you can see so many changes and so many unique things. This really is a ground up remake because if you look at the first two, you'll realize that they're essentially the same game. Identical with just like a fresher coat of paint, and there you go. One game looking like this, the other game looking like this. I see a little bit of a difference on the one on the right, but it's not too drastic, if you know what I mean. But now if we look at this one, oh my good lord, there is such a big difference, and honestly, that is what makes it so fun. This isn't just The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time getting a new remaster that you would call a remake if it just has a fresh coat of paint. No, no, no. This is something completely brand new. Yes, Nintendo has remade The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time before, but technically, you can consider that as a glorified remake. It's not really like a big remake like this is right here. Here in 2026, this is going to be the console seller. This is going to be the system seller. This is something that you're going to hear through generations and generations. This is the perfect way to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series. Although, it's definitely really interesting because they never even announced anything to do with the 40th anniversary as a whole. If you want to know why, consider to check out this video right here. But overall, this is all some great news, all some excitement. You might have watched that entire Nintendo Direct and was wondering, what in the world is this about? Is this a partner showcase? Is this a beat-em-up fighter sort of showcase? What is going on here? Until they drop Ocarina of Time. No, honestly, I don't know what to explain. I just am so excited, filled with joy from the bottom of my feet all the way up to the skies above. It honestly is pretty crazy. Now, what could happen in this game? We already know that, hey, Link wakes up, there you go, bada bing bada boom. But now, you can realize since it's a remake, since they're taking everything, the bare bones, the bones of the game, the bone which makes a great game, and really mixes it up a bit, what could we see? Because if you looked at the opening cutscene, you'll realize that there's voice acting. The originals weren't like that. There was no voice acting whatsoever. And now all of a sudden we got voice acting? This is pretty crazy. Now, no, I don't think Link is all of a sudden gonna wake up and start talking. I guess that would be definitely really interesting, but nope, it's not gonna happen. At first, when I first saw the art style of the game, I was like, wait a minute. This is definitely really interesting. I feel like I've seen this before. It essentially is a glorified sort of Unreal Engine where their style is going. Unreal Engine mixed with, I guess, sort of Breath of the Wild, but it's more leaning into the realistic sense. Now, I've seen all over Twitter that people don't like this change. People think that Ocarina of Time deserves to look like this. In some capacity, I do agree. It does look like this. It does send like that shiver of, yeah, this is a game, that original game that I played. But the way that Nintendo was going for, they really went out of the water to try to give us an experience that is worth replaying. Instead of just going back and, hey, okay, I'm going to the water temple, I'm going over here, I'm going over there, I'm going to the grass temple, or whatever the case may be, it's going to be something completely different. And yes, there could very well be the light temple. If you don't remember, that was a scrap concept in a scrap dungeon after you get the Master Sword. So when you pull the Master Sword, there was originally going to be some sort of like a light temple, but it just all of a sudden, boom, you wake up, you're an adult. You don't have anything of an in-between. So this is something that maybe Nintendo was going for. But overall, this is just something truly special. It really is. And hey, maybe there could even be some amiibo support, if you know what I mean. Like, you plop your amiibo down, you hear the ocarina. But overall, I think that this is great. I think Nintendo is definitely going to go above and beyond with this game. And instead of it just being, like I said, just a remake, a remaster, like a 3DS version with just a new coat of paint, nope, it's going to be different. It's going to be a different game, a different experience. Like, if you look at it, A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds. A Link to the Past is the original game, and A Link Between Worlds is a remake of that game. And you could probably argue that A Link Between Worlds is a greater experience because it has so many new features and experience that it's just unmatched. This is exactly how Ocarina of Time is going to be. For crying out loud, this game was made in 1998. Which is definitely a long time ago. If you wanted to, about over 20 years ago. It was about time to finally see this game at a new light. And with the power of the Switch 2, the power that we all know that the Switch 2 has, it's going to be crazy and it's going to be absolutely insane. So honestly, what were your thoughts about seeing Ocarina of Time for the first time? Did you think that it was cool, or do you think it changed too many things from the original? Because sometimes I think, yeah, change is great. Because if you really wanted to play the original, there's a way to go and play the original. All you need to do is either get Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack so you can play the N64 version, or you can look on eBay for the 3DS version of the game for like $30. If you wanted to play the original, well then go ahead, play the original. In fact, you don't have to wait all the way until November to play the remake. You can just simply pick it up and start playing. So this remake is great for those of you who are like, yeah, I'm ready for a new experience inside of the Ocarina of Time world. And this is exactly where I think Nintendo just did this for. Like, honestly, I can't express how much it is great to see Ocarina of Time returned. And I wasn't expecting it to be the original game. I honestly wanted it to be something different, but still using the bones of what made Ocarina of Time special, having those unique dungeons and puzzle solving. If you look at a Legend of Zelda game, you realize that Ocarina of Time is that puzzle adventure game. It is. It truly is. When you look at temples, when you look at dungeons, you'll go right back. 90% of the time, you'll go right back. Ocarina of Time was what set the foundation of a Legend of Zelda experience. So yeah, overall, I definitely find this to be exciting, like extremely exciting. I wasn't going into the direct saying, yeah, well, I'm getting Ocarina of Time, I'm getting the original game, original experience, new fresh coat of paint, new light. By then, the mechanics and the controls, what made this game truly special 20 years ago, would be kind of outdated in some ways, don't you think? They gotta take this game and just poof, bring it back to a new light, a new audience. This is a different time than when Ocarina of Time originally came out, all those years back. You know, games start to evolve, and this is an okay thing. Let me know what your favorite thing about Ocarina of Time is in the comment section down below. This could be the new remake of Hyrule and everything so far, and the art style. Or this could be the old games, the remaster or remake of the 3DS version, or this could be the original. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Consider to hit that like button, maybe subscribing if you're new. We do a bunch of different Nintendo content on this channel. Anyways, thank you so much. See you in the next one.